All right, we're going to do another part over on this modeling panel right here. We've already done our extrude, and the next one down under extrude is loft. Okay, what loft is basically, if you look at the picture, you're going from one plane up to another. And it doesn't always have to be a circle to a circle. It could be a different shape. So we'll do a couple of those. So let's go ahead and we'll do a couple of these real quick. Let's take just a rectangle. And do a rectangle here. And let's go ahead and take a circle over here. Okay, now these are on the same plane. We're going to do two different ones so you get the idea. Those were both drawn in the world, or on the top, looking down. Now, we need to draw something coming up, or we need to have this plane is set down here. We need a higher plane so it actually will loft up to it. So with that, I'm going to change, and I'm going to go to the front. Could go to the right, I could go to the left, I can go to the rear. I just go into the front, it's easy enough. I'm going to take my line command and I'm going to have my tracking on so I can actually find the center right here. Here we go. So I'm going to pick this area here and draw my line straight up. That seems high enough. And while we're here, we're going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to bring this up. So you see this is going to go from a square or a rectangle up. This is going to go from a circle up. Let's put a circle on this one so it actually has to think of some crazy geometry. Okay, before I can put that circle, I need to move this UCS. Let's go ahead and go back to the top or the world, which I can't do while I'm in a command. So let's go here and see how it flipped it back over. And let's come in and take our circle. Like so. Let's go ahead and do another circle on top of this one so you can see it. Now remember when we did the one that was the extrude and we did the taper? Sometimes I think it's easier if you know your beginning point and you know your ending point to draw something like this instead of having to worry about the angles, but that's your choice. Now these lines here, they're really not necessary. They could have been done in the zero layer so they're not printing in our classroom anyway. So if you take a look at that, let's just go here and go, let's see what it looks like in the front. See how you've got one level to another. That is one plane, that is one plane. So you can see how that works. So now let's loft this. Zoom in and let's take loft. We're going to pick our item and then pick our item. It's first coming in almost like X-ray vision to make sure that's what you want. Now notice there are some other things here, like there's point, where you can actually pick a point here if you choose the word point, and then this circle would only come down, loft down to just this point if you wanted that. There's multiple edges you can use on that. That takes some playing around. But if this is what you want, and this is what it looks like, you just right click and enter again. And now it's locked in place. We can do that again with this loft and go from a circle to a circle and make sure it's all set. And we're good to go. That's all there is to loft. Remember, you've got to have your base down here in one UCS. Draw your straight line up in your next UCS. And then back to your other UCS again. So you're flipping your UCS a few times, but loft is really fun. It's easy to use once you get used to it. So hopefully that one will help.